Hello everyone, VJose32 back again with another deck report. If you're not familiar with my deck reports, it's where I give you a lowdown on all the playing cards currently available on Kickstarter and going to be launched or going for sale in the near future. So let's get right onto it. First of all, on Kickstarter, one thing I forgot to mention previously that I forgot about because it disappeared was the Decades decks from Pure Imagination Projects. Derek McGee, I believe it was, who previously did Lays My Lee's decks. That project, the Decades, was not doing well at all. It mysteriously was just cancelled, and there's no signs of it coming back or anything like that. I don't know if he gave up or what, but I mean, I don't even see it on his website. And they were on his website previously. So speaks volumes about what's going on with that project. Anyway, let's get started with this. First of all, is the Bicycle Nouveau playing cards from Bonafide Playing Cards. 47% funded, 13 days to go. It's not looking too good. It's pretty much come to a grind to a halt as far as funding is concerned, which is too bad because it's a pretty nice deck of cards. Bicycle Profile Playing Cards from Collectible Cards is 15% funded, 19 days to go. That's not doing well at all. I think people are just not too crazy about the color scheme. That's all I can think of because, I mean, the artwork's not overall bad. It's just the colors. And then also from Collectible Cards, the Bicycle Ancient Machine. That one is well funded. 8 days still remain. Arcana Playing Cards from Chris Ovdienko and Dead on Paper is very well funded. Almost $70,000 with 23 days to go. They have unlocked an expansion deck, which will allow you to use the cards as tarot cards, as a tarot deck. There's two different decks in this one, obviously, as you might have seen, a black one and a white one. This expansion deck will include the 18 remaining major arcana tarot cards, 6 gaff cards, and 4 knave cards for each deck, all combined into this one. So that's 56 cards. I'm guessing it's printed by USPC or whoever is printing the main decks. Unfortunately, these ones will not be done until the end of the year, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's a year we're talking about. It's going to take that long to produce these. He says he's going to be doing the artwork until at least June, July. I don't understand how it's going to take that much longer to get it produced. Hopefully it doesn't. But at least he's being honest up front, which is good. It is $20, $25 international for it. And the reason for that is because of additional shipping costs, because it's going to be shipping separately. Which makes sense. It's not like some other Kickstarters who charge $20 or $25 for a deck just because it's really limited. And also because it'll take extra time to produce the art. But yes, it will be produced by USPC. And yeah, it's great. There's also, if they hit $75,000, free print for everyone who's already got a print. And $100,000, if they hit that, which I'm sure they will, free surprise gift for every backer. They say it's valued at about $12. I'm guessing it's a deck of cards, but I have no idea for sure. Or, actually, it says, assuming you like rare things made of metal, so it's going to be a coin, actually. A coin, that's what it is. My apologies. I thought it was a deck. A deck would be cool, but coin's fine, too. Moving along. Coven Playing Cards by Kirk Slater and 52 Ravens. 54% funded, 13 days to go. Again, it's kind of stalled. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's not looking too good at the moment. Daily Critter Playing Cards by Alberto Rodriguez. 67% funded. This one has also stalled. Excuse me. With 7 days to go. Not particularly looking too good. Then there is the Perspective Playing Cards by Hudson Design and D. Hudson. 42% funded. 35 days to go. It's still got lots of time. However, it looks like it has stalled as well. It's been 5 days and it's only 42% funded. I mean, it's still got plenty of time. However, I look at it this way. In the original project, they had about $5,000, $6,000 funded. and I think it was about $4,000 funded actually, whatever it was. This time they have a goal of about $6,000, $7,000, and they didn't even have that much last time, and now they have half as many offerings as last time. So that means you're going to be getting half as much funding. So there's a possibility this still will not get funded. I mean, I'm not even a huge fan of the artwork myself on this one, I have to say, but it is what it is. Time will tell. Then there is Unique Designs playing cards by Landry Sanders. Still not funded, 69% funded, 21 days to go. I think it will end up funding in the end because it's only a few $100 more to hit the goal. Mardi Gras playing cards by Dave Edgerly. 56% funded, 31 days to go. It still has plenty of time. It is a really nice looking deck of cards, so I recommend checking it out. A little bit questionable to me that they've gone ahead and done artwork on this one. Meanwhile, their Grimoire series decks of cards haven't had the artwork completed yet and haven't been produced yet, so that bugs me just a little bit. Gag Order playing cards from Dave Boyd. 18% funded, 21 days to go. It is not looking good. Doesn't surprise me too much because the original decks, the wiretap decks that he released, that he had on Kickstarter twice, they did not fund. They didn't do good at all. And I think it's just a theme. People aren't interested in a spy, CIA type theme, and especially with this futuristic look. I don't know. I think that's the issue for me personally, what I can tell. Urban Design Series, NYC playing cards, Undefined Knowledge, 41% funded, 15 days to go. It is also not looking good. I think a lot of people are not a fan of the back design, or especially the multicolored borders that they use on these cards. It's just kind of weird. And having mirror image buildings on the court cards instead of just one way, which would have been much better. Bicycle Alliance and Covert Alliance playing cards by Deal Designs and Tomlinson playing cards. Robert Tomlinson and his wife. 18% funded, 11 days to go. Not looking good either. I think he attributes, Robert attributes, him and his wife attribute some of the issues to when they started off the project, they were charging American backers shipping, and Americans don't like to pay shipping on Kickstarter. So they all just apparently said screw it and didn't bother, which is bullshit in my opinion. It's a great looking deck of cards. There was an issue, it's been fixed, go back it. Let's make it happen. I'm certain I'll try it again if it doesn't happen though. Also, for me personally, I think had it been on Robert's account, he's got a bigger backer base, fan base, a bigger base of followers, so it would have probably done better as opposed to his wife's account, who has had just a couple smaller projects, a limited amount of backers, and I think that hurts it. Personally, in my opinion, I think that hurts it a little bit. I think it's both of those things that we talked about. Anyway, Golden Age Sci-Fi comic book cover playing cards by Bobby Alexander. It is well funded, 17 days to go, but it's a crappy overall deck. It's just comic book covers on playing cards, big deal. Kingdoms of Verdun, Hearts of Darkness fantasy playing cards by Tim Olinger, 72% funded, 15 days to go. It should fund by the end of the project, if not sooner. It's a matter of time. Card Holder playing cards, it's a weird name, by Ted Ustas Zak Dorfil, which I'm guessing is two different people. It's not going to happen. 2% funded, 19 days to go. Who knows why on earth Kickstarter staff pick, why this is a Kickstarter staff pick, I have no idea, because it's not any good. It's not that good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. Apparently it's designed to parallel a webcomic, but I don't even understand how it does that. But not a whole lot of people interested in it. Emblem playing cards by Jackson Fife, 13% funded, 12 days to go. It's lost a couple of percent in funding. It's not going to happen. It is what it is. Storytime playing cards by Any Space Captain is now funded with 27 days to go. Had a small goal, and they surpassed it, and I'm sure it's going to get some more funding over the next couple of weeks. Scopa Oscura Italian themed playing cards, or Italian playing cards, I should say, by Roy Rizzo. 25% funded, 19 days to go. I said it before, I'll say it again. There is a limited appeal for a deck of cards like this. Most people aren't familiar with an Italian deck and or the games you can play with it, so they're just not going to bother. Explore playing cards by Harris Sotikno. Sotikno, I hope that's how you pronounce it, I'm not even sure. It is funded with 38 hours to go. Good news, this was a relaunch from a previous project that didn't quite meet the goal. It was a little bit ambitious and had a bit too high of a goal. This time it's actually made it. Black Fontaines from Zach Mueller. For all you cardist fans, well funded with 9 days to go. Viking playing cards, which is not even a real project at this point, by Daniel Olson, is 8% funded, 4 days to go. Not going to happen, and I'm not going to mention it again. I guarantee that. Different deck, Greenback Edition by Teach by Magic. Very well funded, 19 days to go. I think the stretch goal of $37,000 for a USB-C printed deck is a little ambitious. I think their $70,000 goal for $74,000 goal, whatever it is, for a gold deck is extremely ambitious. There's no chance they're going to hit that, in my opinion. Previously, in their last project, they did hit $70,000, but at that time they had 3 different decks for people to back and buy, which means 3 times as much funding. This time, it's only 1 deck. So the chances of getting to $37,000, $70,000, not so good. Especially with this type of deck and having it be basically just a color change from the previous one. But it is what it is. Terror and Feeding of Baby Dragons, book and deck by Jessica Feinberg. Very well funded, 3 days left. Whispering Imps, Gamesters Edition playing cards by Chris Chelko, is also well funded, 6 days to go. The limited edition decks, they have promised they will release in a separate project after this one is done, and they will let backers know first and foremost about that project when it goes live, so we can go check it out and get those decks. They're going to be more limited than these ones. Should be good though. They're going to have foil on the back designs. One is going to have gold foil, the other is going to have silver foil. Apparently foil is the new thing for playing cards now. Go figure. Noble playing cards by Design Imperator is also well funded, 17 days to go. They got a couple more stretch goals they're trying to hit. Carbon Fiber playing cards with Bulletproof Kevlar by Sly Cly, 52% funded, 33 days to go. I think it was a little ambitious to launch this project at this point in time of the year when people are still trying to pay off their Christmas shopping bills, and you're trying to sell a deck that's over $100 each. I don't know. They're having trouble funding, and I think that's because of the time of the year, and because a lot of people that previously backed it already got it and may not want another one. Next up, we got Kraken Cards, number 1 by Kraken Cards. It's 7% funded, 43 days to go. I do not think it's going to happen. We'll look at that right now. As you can see, they got a bit of a blueprint look on the faces, sketch type stuff. It's only a 3,500 pound goal. Actually, that's a lot. That's like $7,000-8,000 US at least. I'm not overly impressed with it. It's not bad, but I'm not overly impressed with it. Especially the court cards. They're a little bit dull. They don't have the same look as the number cards. And they don't have faces. They don't really have any color aside from black and red. And I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of that. We haven't seen the back design, but if this is the back design, that is a major boo-boo. It's a one-way design, and it does not look good. The box is okay itself. This is not the first time these guys have done this deck, by the way, essentially. Previously, this was on Kickstarter as the synthesis. Right here. And they had a couple of attempts, Luke Nelson. Same goal, and they still didn't fund, and they're still not going to fund this time around. They're using a different account this time, but it's basically the same thing as you can see. A different box, different name, but it's the exact same thing. Go figure. It didn't work twice before. Although the code cards are different, as you can see, than what they were, but it didn't work twice before, so let's try it again. Some people never learn, in my opinion. Moving along, that is it for Kickstarter. There's a few decks that I want to tell you about outside Kickstarter. First of all, there's this one, the Byzantine playing cards, icons, or imperial, whatever it's being called. Here's your back design, code cards. This is from Half Moon playing cards, Lothric, inspired by the Byzantine empires and whatnot. This will be released this Tuesday on Kickstarter. Apparently there's 3 different decks. There's the Ultra Luxury, the Secular, and the Sacred. I believe the Ultra Luxury one that they were talking about, here you go, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, January 20th. Whoop-de-doo. The one Ultra Luxury one is going to have gold foil, just like the Dark Phyrexian, because everyone wants to pay $100 for a deck of cards. It's so cool. But anyways, that's coming this Tuesday. Also coming this Tuesday is this, Spirit playing cards from Gambler's Warehouse, from the same guy who did the Steampunk Bandits and the Blackout Kingdom. Really nice gold foil and silver foil. Here's the other one. There's a bicycle branded one and an unbranded one. And I'll show you a couple more pictures really quickly. Check that out. That's pretty awesome. Really cool. Lots of details. Beautiful. And even artwork on the inside. Here's the other one. And I definitely want that one for sure. Also coming very soon to Kickstarter is this. Gettysburg playing cards from Robert Tomlinson and Tomlinson playing cards. It's a sequel or follow-up to his Civil War, Civil Unrest playing cards, I should say. It's very nice, American themed, as you can see. Here's some court cards and some more artwork on the second page here. Look at that. There you go. Gettysburg, Civil Unrest playing cards. And apparently there's going to be a red version as well. I'm assuming if they hit that funding goal. Anyway, also, now live on teamswildfunded.tilt.com is this. The Hive 2 by Brendan Fong, because one Hive deck wasn't enough. They decided to release some more. There's this green one, it's a standard one, and here's your Ace of Spades. It features a beehive, which is, it's alright. It's not the greatest Ace of Spades in the world, but it's pretty good, pretty cool. Jokers are fun. And then there's this limited edition, numbered and with a seal and yellow colors, and a different Ace of Spades, different aces all together, which are really cool and colorful, and different jokers as well, and some minor differences to the court cards apparently. Well, here's the standard edition. Here's the limited edition. I can't tell the difference. It looks more or less the same. Well, okay, the limited edition one, the colors look a little bit lighter. That's it. That's the whole big difference, and you want to make a big deal about it. Alright, whatever. But here you see the court cards, more or less, I'm not going to say the same as the original Hive decks, but similar. Same idea. And you can get these. It's $20, $28 soy for one of each, plus shipping. And it starts at $5 US for shipping, $12 international, which is not bad. Let's see what else we got. We got this Bicycle 130th anniversary playing cards. They are coming. They got a nice, cool, old school tuck case, which they originally designed, or originally were planning to use for the 125th anniversary, as you can see right here, until they changed to what we got. And they're using these backs, high wheel backs, which I haven't seen used on a deck of cards aside from the solitaire set that they sold years ago, which I happen to have. And I like it. It's a really cool back design. Really looking forward to these. And there is this Jet Setter playing cards, also coming Tuesday to Kickstarter, a relaunch. Pretty simple design and artwork, but it's not bad. So mark your calendars. It's Tuesday, January 20th. Everything gets released, apparently. Anyway, that's what I've got. Whoops. And I will see you next time with more.